everyone, welcome to Programming with God, and today we're gonna study how a web application is SQL injectable and how to perform SQL injection attack using the site's hex planning, and to check whether a site or a web application is vulnerable enough. You can go visit the second link in the description. You can see various applications name you can use for SQL injection scanner or app spider for to test your site which is vulnerable enough or not. So moving on, we will start with a proper example of a web application like the bank website or any other website. So if you got a vulnerable site which you can perform SQL injection in, it's then follow these following steps. You will pretty sure you will get the email ID password, or you can directly log in through the admin portal. So let's get started. So if you got a vulnerable application, let's try with an SQL attack. So this is the logs you can see which user can't see, but it's the backend services. So usually when there is an SQL injectable site, the backend processes work like this, and I will explain pretty much in the video. So first try a password, just following guess. So let's try user admin password. So it's not so guessing the password didn't work, as it's not that simple. So add a code character at last. So let's start with it's password, and this is a boolean. So moving on. So guessing the password didn't work, and we let's try adding a quote in the password. We added the quote in the password, it didn't work. Let's try it again. Password boolean. The application crashed with an unexpected error. What could that mean? So this generally means if you get an log of SQL syntax error, I can't show it on a real web application, but yeah, if you get an SQL syntax error, you're gonna see different type of if you have worked with SQL injection or worked with SQL database, you have seen this codes like a username, email equal to the email you have given, and the password is this. So you have seen this type of from user where email is. Okay, so this is the language used in SQL database. So moving on, when you have seen this error, usually the backend services run like this. So what you can do is this what happened the code like behind the scene. So this is the code which are run in SQL database. When you type password like username user@gmail.com and password, so the password we have typed in is like this. So we know how it works, so we're gonna manipulate it using different methods. Like let me show you. Enter the password and watch the code window. So I'm gonna write password and quotation. Here we are not using a boolean, because boolean is usually to check whether it is SQL injectable, but we are using a quote as SQL database use quote for using a string. So it will be coming soon in our video how SQL database works, and first we're gonna see whether it's so we're gonna add. So we have seen how it's work, and the string has been ended here, but we got an extra quotation which we gonna use to exploit it. So the quote is inserted directly into SQL string and terminates the query earlier. This could what be the syntax error we have seen. This behavior indicates that the application might be vulnerable to SQL injection. We know that there is an extra code which can be used in vulnerabilities. So let so what we're gonna do here is add a quotation, then write or 1 equal to 1, and we got in. So you can see the checking balance, transfer fund, etc. So here let me explain what happened right now. See, the SQL database works like the following code given here. So when you from user, it takes an email address, and when you type the password, it's like giving a string with inverted comma when it's run in backend. So what we are doing earlier was we added a code so that the syntax uh, so that the string ends before, and we added our own command which can easily be executable, as it doesn't do any rectify or do any type of uh, running any back-end services to protect it or to find it whether the string is being manipulated or not. So what we have done here is added our own code or 1 equal to 1, which is true. So if this gonna be false, then this is gonna be true. And here what we are doing is we don't know the password, so it's blank, or you can write anything else here, but it's gonna go to here as because there is an or. If we give and, then it's not gonna work. You know why? If we have worked with SQL, but here we have given or, so password can be this or 1 equal to 1, which is always true. So we gonna hack, or you can say we logged into the user's account. It was damn easy, and it's pretty interesting. You should play with this site, as it is free of cost. The links will be given in the description. Thank you, and please make sure to subscribe, and more videos are gonna come on how Python works, how Python and different Python programs. And moving on, goodbye. Is it